Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance. This is episode 4. I've been very excited for this episode. This is the episode I've been waiting for since we started this series, because we are done with the tutorial. Very excited to be done with that. We are in the free world now. We can do whatever we want. Normally, I'd run off and get distracted. Oh, we got DLC activated. The game realizes that we're out of the tutorial as well. Normally, I'd run off and get distracted. However, I want to try and focus and continue to, do stuff. like complete quests and things. So, this episode, the plan is we're going to talk to Miller Peshek. We're going to go into town and sell some stuff, because we are very full right now. We can't run. And then we're going to go talk. We're going to catch up with Sir Radzig and see what's up with that. Go tell him that we're okay and see if he needs help with anything. But first things first, let's talk to Miller Peshek, who has been housing us and feeding us while we've been recovering from our injuries. There he is.
A word.
My name's Henry. Thank you for taking care of me here.
My name's Peshek, and I'm the miller here. You've already met my niece, Teresa. She took care of you for 2 whole weeks while you were in limbo. And talking of you being at death's door, while you were lying here, you worked up quite a bill with the bloodletter, who came now and again to keep you alive with his potions. That quack doesn't come cheap. I paid him what I could, but I still, that is, you still owe him.
I see. Well, it's better to be in debt than to lie dead in a ditch. What do I owe? I'm not afraid of hard work.
You won't pay for that shoveling manure. I might have a better job for you. And it's not something any fool can do. If you prove to me you're a clever lad, I might trust you with something you could really make money from. What do you say?
Sounds good to me.
What would you need from me?
A trifle.
Work our debt off.
Just to take something from someone and bring it to someone else. And not get caught while you're doing it.
That sounds straightforward enough. Except for not get caught. Why would anyone want to catch me?
Oh, don't worry. It's just a job like any other. Only this one requires, let's say, the right moral disposition. Do corpses bother you?
No honourable man should touch them.
Henry is such a...
Job.
Did you expect I'd give you a hoe and send you out to the fields? You can dig all right, but somewhere else. I want to know whether you're going to hide behind some stupid fucking scruples, or if you might be useful for more unconventional work.
Henry is such a goofball with his nonsense. Because, we've been looting so many corpses this whole playthrough. I don't know why he's being weird about it.
I was prepared for just about anything, but that's a bit much. But go on. Tell me more.
Listen, it's about this ring my mate, Radzig, the Kohelnitz miller, had his eye on. Trouble is, they buried the ring by the gibbet along with the villain they hung while he was wearing it.
Jesus Christ. You want me to dig up a corpse, take a ring from it, and give it to your friend in Kohelnitz? Is nothing sacred to you?
Money first, morals later. That fellow is dead. He won't miss it. Whatever bleeding heart came up with the idea that it's disrespectful to disturb a corpse never read the Bible. It's still a human body, only it's missing a soul. Why be disgusted by something created by God?
I mean, they don't need it anymore. If they're dead, I don't know why people are so weird about it. Let's do it.
I think I've already heard
I ain't got
more
no
than
honor.
I need to know. You've got the tongue of the devil himself.
Henry.
You tried hard enough, I bet you could justify
Henry, Jesus.
Watch your mouth, boy.
Yeah.
There's a shovel here around the mill somewhere. If there's any problem, come and see me. And here's something on the side to make you dig better.
Thanks.
They give me alcohol?
I can't believe I've come to this. Digging up corpses.
Oh, and watch out for the executioner and his hounds. They're pretty savage. And I don't just mean the dogs. You can just throw them some meat. The dogs, that is. But the executioner? Well, don't vex him. Take care now.
Okay, some spirits. He said there's a shovel around here. Right there. I just thought of something as well. We need to put away... We're going to go sell everything, but we can't sell stolen things, so we're going to just put the stolen stuff back in here. Like this. We don't need to carry these around. They just have weight, and we can't do anything with them right now. If they're stolen, there's no... You know, they'll wear off eventually, but for now they can just live in this chest. And that's a shared chest that we can access at any inn or any owned home or whatever. This is considered our owned house right now. Grab the spade. Awesome. We should be good here then. So we're going to work on Miller Peshek's job in a minute. We're not going to do that quite yet. What did it say? The good thief. So you can either pay him or you can get the dead man's ring. So he wants us to go rob an execution man who's buried under the giblet. We're gonna do that, but not quite yet. There's a graveyard over there, but we really need to go up to town to sell this crap so we can move. Yeah, so I'm gonna head up to town and then I'll get back with you guys once we're up there. Well, we made it to the top.
Halt! Who are you and where are you going?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith. I'm going to see my liege, Sir Radzig Kabiller of Dvoyets.
Of course you are, lad. And I'm the Pope.
He
What do
doesn't
you want
believe
from his
us.
lordship, and what makes you think he'll see you?
So we can try and persuade him. You can't see by my big head, but we can either speech check with, I have to tell Sir Radzig what happened to his sword. We can do a charisma check with, I'm Sir Radzig's blacksmith, which is absurd. We're not dressed like a blacksmith. That's just crazy talk. Let me in. We can do like a violence check against the guard. That would be terrible. Or we could bribe him. We could say, is it money you're after, and try and pay him to let us in. We're just going to do the speech check and say, you know, we got to tell him about the sword.
I may not look the part,
Just be honored.
but I know about
be
honor
honest.
and duty. And mine is to tell Sir Radzig what happened to the sword he commissioned.
All right, then. Go ahead. It'll be your skin if Sir Radzig isn't pleased.
There we go. I think all those other options would have not been good. I don't think he'd believe we're the blacksmith. I don't want to pay him money. I don't think he'd accept money anyway. But we're not doing that right now anyway. Sir Radzig's over there, but we're going to go to the... There's a bunch of shops all over town. We got a bunch of crap we got to sell, so we're going to do that first. We'll start by using this grindstone. You can use these to repair weapon durability for free. You just get to use these. So this thing's at 46% durability. We can... I can't remember how to use this thing. We basically just grind the blade. We can sharpen it to be better condition. Sparks are good, smoke is bad. Let's see what that got it to. 95 out of 100, that's perfect. This guy will buy something, hopefully.
God be with you.
Or maybe nothing, actually. I don't think he's a shop. He's not a shop. He's just like a worker. There's a shop like inside the shop. We're gonna sell some swords to this guy.
Good day to you. Coffee with you.
And mace as well. So we'll give him the mace, the sow. We're gonna keep our other thing, and then that'll be all he'll take.
Can we do something about
Be
the
haggling,
pride?
of course. This is not a lot of money. 22. I think we'll... No, we won't give him a tip. We're not going to be shopping with him much, so I'm just going to push him pretty hard. We're going to try and get 24 and a half, see what he says to that.
Are we agreed?
A nice sum. Just lower your demands a little and we'll agree.
And you'll notice that... Oh, I'm covering it. There's like a thing that shows how unhappy he is underneath my head. We're just going to agree with him, and I don't want to push these people too hard. It's really annoying when they get unhappy with you. I'd rather just take what he gives us. Let me just confirm that we're wearing the best armor we have before selling all of it. I believe that is correct.
God be with you.
And now we'll sell the armor.
Take care.
I think we're just going to give away the Warhorse Gambesson. It's not worth anything. But I don't care to have it. It's like a DLC thing. I don't want that. Okay, that's everything we're wearing is all that's left now. We're not going to be sentimental. We're not going to keep
I'd like to
anything.
discuss the- Aye.
And we will haggle as well. I didn't push the other guy. We'll push him a little harder.
Satisfied? A nice sum. Just lower your demands.
I think you can see the circle on this guy because it's on the left side. Yeah, you can see it now. See that circle man under the bar? That's how unhappy he is. So he's like half unhappy. We could try pushing him further, but I really don't want him to disagree. So we're just going to agree with whatever he says.
I knew we'd come to it.
We're underweight again. We can move. Awesome. Okay, what do we have left to sell? We have a bow. That's about it. We could sell a bow, but it's 3 units. It's not that heavy. We could also repair some things. We could look into that. Like our leather jerkin is pretty bad quality at 47. The noble shoes are at 53. Padded black coifs at 41. We will not be repairing the... We don't want to spend a ton of money. We only have 154.7 groschen. Let me see what it would cost to repair this this basic ass chest plate we got.
May the Lord watch over you.
It would be 12 groschen. Is it worth 12 groschen to repair is the question. I don't think so. We're going to replace all this stuff so fast because it's so bad quality. I think we're just going to let it be. Wearing worn down armor will screw up our charisma. See, our charisma 6. If I take off this, it's going to make our charisma go up, I think. Maybe not immediately, but like if I take off that and this, no. Am I wrong? I might just be wrong. I feel like these are hurting our charisma with them being such bad quality as far as their condition. Okay, we sold everything. We're going to now go deal with Sir Peshek, Miller Peshek's quest. If I go to the map here, I can show you. This is Rattay. That's where we were in the, that's the mill down there. See right there, Miller. We walked along this path here, up here, and then we went and sold some stuff. So Radzig's right here, but I kind of want to deal with Miller Peshek's quest first, so we're actually going to head back down. This is a bathhouse. We're going to go here and use their services, and then we're going to go to this after that. So we're off to the bathhouse. I want to beat his face so much. Okay, we are at the bathhouse.
Good afternoon.
I want to use your
I'm
services.
interested in your services.
Uh-huh. And what do you want?
I would like... I think heal my wounds, bath, and laundry is what we want.
A bit of everything. Heal my wounds, have a proper bath. Oh, and my garments are in need of laundering.
But of course. Money first, though.
30 groschen. That's pretty steep. But it's worth it, I guess.
I'm not giving you that much.
And how much are you willing to pay?
We'll pay her less than that.
Satisfied?
That's not enough. You won't regret spending the money. I guarantee it.
So if you notice, our Henry's quite dirty. That passed 4 hours. Yikes. It's probably a mistake doing that right now. Because now it's nighttime. But we're all clean now. If you notice in our little thing, our clothes are clean. It should have saved our game as well. Let me double check it did that. I think that's it right there. I'm pretty sure it did that save. Like, it saves your game for you, and it cleans your clothes, heals your health. It resets your nourishment as well. Nourishment, energy, and health. They, like, basically fix you into, like, a new man. So now we're going to head off to do Miller Peshek's quest. It's probably a good thing it's nighttime, because we're about to go rob a corpse. It's probably best to do that at night. So we made some room in our backpack. I don't know what our weight is now. It's, oh wow, 62 out of 78. It's still pretty high. I would have hoped it would have been less than that. 62 out of 78. Not terrible, I guess. I don't know. I just know where we're going. We don't have a quest marker. And there's no map. The compass has no north, south, east, west. But thankfully I've done this enough. I know where we're going. Eventually I'll get a little more lost than I am now, which will be fun, actually. It's really fun getting lost. Sometimes you get ambushed here. I'm a little nervous about someone jumping out and fighting us. Ruffians will hide in the foliage and jump out and try and kill you and take your things. I'm just keeping my eyes open. If I see him coming, I'm gonna be ready to fight. I guess we'll go this way. Maybe we'll actually go into the woods a little bit. Walking on the road's probably more dangerous. Something up here. Kind of creep up here, see what we see. Pretty dark, and I have an open window behind my screen, so I can't see that well. We discovered an interesting site. Oh, sleep and save is available here. That's cool. We do have a torch I can turn on. The chest here, very hard though. Don't see any ruffians. I think we're good today. It's very dangerous walking around on foot. Once you have a horse, it's not as bad because you can just kind of outrun them. Because bad guys typically don't have horses in this. Generally, they're just on foot. But if you're on foot and they're on foot, you're in bad time. You can't outrun people on foot. So let's try and figure out where we are. That's a fun part of this game. That's the interesting site. I'm pretty sure we're like right here facing south. Like we're facing this way, like down. And this is where we're trying to go. We're just going to follow this road. There should be a fork, and we'll take the left fork. So we're looking for a fork off to the left. That's not a fork. And you can confirm that. You can see the nest. Yeah, we're right there. Which I was correct. We came this way, and we were going this way. You got to kind of keep a mental track of where you are when you don't have a map marker. Which I find very fun. It's very fun to just go out and get lost and try and figure out where you are. This could be our path left, or it could be just a small trail that's not on the map. I'm not sure. Either way, it led to a bigger trail. This is probably actually our path. That was probably a small unmarked trail. But I think we're still in the right place. Yep, there's the gravedigger house, or it's actually the executioner's house. Back in these days, being an executioner was like, they had like a bad stigma against it. So they lived out of town. Like, you know, the town is over here, and he's way over here on his own. There's some farmers that live out of town as well, but he's like separate. I guess because he kills people's family members and they feel sad about that. But his job is necessary. You'll notice we have no markers on the compass over there. Like there, if I spin around, you can see there's no markers on it. As you get close to them, they do appear, but you have to be within a certain distance. So you'll see a yeah, right there, orange A just appeared over there. That's our marker for our quest. Once you get within a certain distance, and it also, when you get closer, it turns into this mode where it's just on the top of the circle, which tells you you're like close to it, but it doesn't like pinpoint it. But we're looking for this. Because our goal is to dig up a grave and steal a ring from a corpse.
Christ wounds, what a fucking stink. How long have you... Nothing on the left hand. The right? Oh shit, there's nothing there either. Where the fuck is that ring? Oh, that stench makes me want to puke. Peshek will pay for this.
So I guess there's no ring on the corpse. And Henry thinks that Miller Peshek is pranking us or something. So our quest has changed to going back to Miller Peshek. You can see the A is over here. So we're like right here-ish somewhere. So now we gotta go back here. So we're gonna go back. Well, I took a different way back. We're kind of in the woods somewhere in the dark with just the torch light. We'll find our way though. This area is relatively safe. There's not really anything that can go too wrong. But in general, I wouldn't wander around in the dark with a torch like this. This is not what we'll be doing in the future for sure. Is that Belladonna? That's Belladonna. Oh my. I said I wouldn't pick flowers, but here I am. Belladonna is so rare. You don't understand. I played hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of this game, and I've probably found like 10 Belladonna in my entire time playing the game. Like, it's crazy rare. At least I've had a bad time. This is comfrey. This is also good. If we're picking flowers, we might as well pick some flowers. I don't plan on doing a crap ton of alchemy in this playthrough. I definitely don't plan on doing a lot on camera. Like I'm going to show like a little bit. Like I'll show like me pick flowers a little bit, and I'll show me make potions a little bit. But I'll do a lot of that stuff off camera because that stuff gets really boring. But it is very powerful and very useful to be good at alchemy in this game. So I do plan to do it a little bit. Speaking of flowers and alchemy, marigold is another good one. I'll just collect, like, when I see good flowers, I'll try and collect, like, a handful of each, you know. Keep, like, 10 of each on us, so when we do alchemy, we'll just have, like, a little bit of everything we need. Anywho, we are back to Miller Peshek. I think we're going to sleep the night away before we talk to him, because it is bedtime. So we will sleep and save. Till like 5 a.m. We have somnolent, so we might actually wake up somewhere else. I just thought of that. Nope, we're here still. Okay. Hello, YouTube. We're like halfway through this episode, and I realize now my mic was muted like halfway through because I recorded the first half one day and then the second half another day, and I forgot to set up my microphone correctly, so I have no microphone for this part that's coming up. So I figured I would step in as editor Alex, and I would like explain, I'd like voice over explain stuff. So you have me now on the screen as well. So let's get, we're just going to kind of watch this together, and I'm going to explain what's going on.
There was a corpse in the grave, but no ring. What the fuck is going on?
Easy, Hal. Hold your horses. If the ring wasn't on the corpse, the executioner must have taken it before he buried the body.
I can see where this is going. You want me to get the ring from the executioner?
Clever lad. Only I wouldn't recommend talking to him about it. He's a bit touchy on the subject of robbing the dead. It'd be better to pinch it from his house.
All right, I'll go and
Job
find that
gets
ring.
more and more
Should be in a
complicated. I think
trunk
that's what I said
somewhere in
there.
the house. And look here, Henry. Do you know how to get past a lock?
Get past the lock? You mean jemmy it off with a crowbar?
No, you don't. I mean the delicate, gentle art of opening it quietly and with sensitivity, like popping a young maiden's cherry.
Oh my. I do have
Have some
experience with
experience?
locks.
All right. I'm glad to hear
Not
you're
with
not
ladies
as clumsy
as
you look.
much, but
Here's a lockpick for the job.
it's actually an achievement if you beat the game as a virgin
May the
with
Lord
Henry.
watch over you.
Okay, so we left the Millers. On our way to go back to the Executioners, we found this little woodland garden. They have these in the game. They're like little secret gardens in the woods that have like rare ingredients. So I was very excited. I like talked about it a bit. I found some herb Paris. That's like my favorite flower because it makes Stallmaker potion, which is a like paralysis poison. So I just have some footage here of me picking some flowers. We picked a bunch of flowers over here. It was quite useful, and then we ended up getting to the Executioner's house. Our goal is to steal that ring from here. So I had to figure out how to get the Executioner to go away. So I spoke to him.
Miller Peshek sent me. He's very sorry, but by mistake, he didn't give you the full weight of flour last time. He says you should come and get the balance.
That rogue. How much is it?
We speeched
Half
him
a
into
sack.
leaving.
That's nothing to sneeze at.
It certainly isn't. I'll go there right away.
I kind of waited a minute for him to walk away. I didn't want to see him walk. I didn't want him to see us walk into the house. So we kind of like watched him walk away for a second here. And we went into the house. Robbed him of everything he had. We didn't get a lot of loot. We got some good stuff. Mainly
What?
the ring, of course.
This
Got
is
some
nothing
saber
but an ordinary
schnapps.
copper band. It's not worth a tin penny.
That scared me when when Henry started talking. I thought the guy had come back and started yelling at us for robbing him, but it was just Henry talking to himself. This is me talking about value to weight ratio. That's what I was talking about. I was talking about how like I try and like do the value divided by the weight, and then I figure out if it's worth taking or not. And none of that stuff was, or if it was, I took it. I wasn't paying attention if I took anything there. I don't think I did. I mean, I probably took a few things. I don't know. Money's always worth it, of course, because it has no weight. But that 1 to 46, that's great. 2 to 29 is like 15. That's not good. 1 pound for 15 value is not worth it. Especially when it's stolen. Stolen goods are harder to get rid of, so I have a higher threshold for what I'm willing to take. I talked about. I was worried after I clicked that maybe eating his pot would pass time, and it'd be funny if if he came home to me eating his food after robbing
My
him.
respects to you.
We got back to the Miller.
I have that ring for you.
Good. Nice to know you're the sort of lad I can trust with a job like that. Now run with the ring to Wojciech, the miller in Kohelnes. He'll have some work for you, and I'll have something for you soon too. A clever fellow like you will never want for work. At the very least, I'll buy risky goods from you. I mean the kind that used to belong to someone else and you can't sell to just anyone.
You'll buy stolen goods.
Looks like we
from-
got a fence now.
Thanks for your trust. I'm sure that'll come in
It's gonna
useful.
come in big useful.
I've
In
got
fact,
some
we'll use
goods
it
for
right
you.
now.
Vendors might miss them.
All right. Let's see what we
The
can
ring's
do
not the
about
only
that.
thing I took from him. I think that's what I said there. I don't remember. And I noticed he had 1,000 gold. That's a ton of money for a trader to have. I think he gives worse rates, though, than a normal trader. So we didn't sell him anything
Let's
but the
talk about
stolen
the
stuff.
price.
Well, we can try it.
We only got like 10
Since
and a
it's
half
you,
groschen or something, but you know, it's
I'd
something.
almost shake.
I knew we.
I didn't sell the savior schnapps. We stole two savior schnapps, but I kept those because they're useful to be used rather than sold. But I did put them in this chest because I'm concerned. One thing I explained here was that I also put away that bow. One thing that I explained is that guards will search you randomly in this game. Like, you don't have Fourth Amendment rights in ancient Bohemia or whatever state we're in. Like, in America, you have the Fourth Amendment is you're protected from like searches and seizures unless they have like probable cause or whatever. They don't have that back in those days. Like, the guards can just stop anyone they want and say, hey, give us, like, we're going to look through your shit and see if you have anything stolen. So if you carry on stolen goods, there's a chance you'll get caught. Or a greater chance you'll get caught, I should say. Here I'm explaining what we're about to do. I think I maybe mentioned we're not going to go continue this ring. We got that. He wants us to take the ring up north. We're not going to do that. We're going to instead go to the bath and get a bath, and then we're going to go continue the main quest line and see Sir Radzig. So here's me walking to the bathhouse. Last time we got like a full thing for like 30 groschen. This time we just got
I'd
like
like
a
to,
cheap one.
Uh-huh.
We just did the top, to have a bath, launder my garments. It's like 10 groschen to get your clothes washed. If you do heal my wounds, bath and laundry, they like feed
Get
you
myself
and
fixed up a bit.
they like heal your food
Have a
and your
bath
rest
and
and
get
they
my
give you a
clothes
game
washed.
save.
That can be arranged.
But
you'll
that's
pay in
30
advance.
groschen, which is a lot of money. This
I'm
one's
not
only
giving you
10.
that much.
I just wanted to look nice when I went to
And
go
how
see
much
Sir
are you
Radzig.
willing to pay?
We gave her a tip.
You won't regret spending the money.
Paid her
I
10 and a half instead of 10.
guarantee it. Good luck, then.
I also mentioned here that there's a perk in the speech tree at speech 8 called Troubadour, I believe. I think I mentioned it before in this series. It gives, look how nice Henry looks. But it's it gives you free speech, like free bathhouse stuff, which is very nice.
Could that be the smith's son, Hal?
On my soul. It is him. What are you doing here, lad? We thought you were done
Met
for.
up with these guards again. I mentioned how they shut the gate on us and we had to run and get shot in the ass with an arrow and all that terrible stuff. They could have just fucking left the gate open
Speak
for
with Sir
30
Radzig.
seconds and
Is he here?
He's in the palace with Sir
this would have been
Hanush
a
of
very
Rattay.
different game.
They're feasting in the Knight's Hall. What do you want with him?
My father made him a sword. He asked me to deliver it to Sir Radzig.
I don't see any sword.
No. Bandits attacked me and stole it. I need to tell his lordship what happened. And then I'm going to find the sword.
Of course you are, Hal. Good luck.
Thanks.
Okay, this should be the end of my voiceover stuff. We're about to go see Sir Radzig. There's going to be a long cutscene, and then I'm going to fix the mic. But it was, hopefully this voiceover thing wasn't too annoying. Thank you all for enjoying the voiceover. The episode's almost over, and I'll have it fixed by next time for sure. So, enjoy this cutscene and outro, and see you all in the next one.
Your Graces, I have to tell you in all seriousness that this land of ours is in the shit. Deep fucking shit. Don't you agree?
I might not have put it as eloquently as you, Hanush, but I've been driven out of my own castle, so I'm hardly going to disagree.
Indeed. But Birkstein is yours for as long as you need it. There's room enough for your men and you here at Rattay, and I'm sure my ward won't have any objection to me lending you his castle.
I'd be honored. Pechstein is at your disposal as long as you wish, Your Grace.
Just as well you have another castle at the other end of town, eh? At any rate, I'm beholden to you, Sir Hans, and to you, Sir Hanush.
I don't like to speak ill of your people, Sir Radzig, but, well, there's no love lost between the townsfolk and the refugees. There's been talk of criminality.
No, they'll have to get used to it until the situation's resolved.
But when will it be resolved? And what on God's earth is this war even about? I won't lie, sir. I don't understand it.
You aren't alone, Father. I believe Sigismund's original intention was to persuade Wenceslas to accept the imperial crown and to leave the rule of Bohemia to him.
Who could blame him? I know Wenceslas is a friend of yours, Radzig, but even you have to admit he brought it upon himself.
I can't deny the king neglected affairs of state for other pursuits. There is a need for order in the land, but I don't think the lords who sided with Sigismund realized just what Hungarian order looks like.
Hungarian order.
What concerns me, sir, is how a good Christian could resort to such brutality.
To give him his due, I don't think he expected the lords of this country to stand behind the king. But thanks to him, we're tearing ourselves apart, and now he has to get things under control.
But why in God's name does he have to use those barbarians?
Money is the root of all evil, young sir. Wars are costly, and this one has dragged on for a year. Sigismund ran out of coin for knights, so he recruited those whore sons that settled in Hungary. The less he pays, the more they make up for it with plunder.
That's why he attacked us. He was after our silver.
What are you doing? You've no business here. Clear off.
Wait, it's Henry. Henry, who disappeared after I clearly ordered him to remain at Taumberg.
I'm sorry, sir, but I had to bury my parents.
Had to? Do you think you were the only man who lost someone there? But the others listened to their lord.
And it wasn't just your own life you nearly threw away. So Robard and his men risked theirs to save you.
I'm sorry, but I had to.
Oh, there you go. When you have to, Radzig.
Your father was a remarkable man, and your mother, she was remarkable too. They deserved a Christian burial. Did you manage that at least?
No. I was attacked by thieves. I wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for that girl.
Girl?
The miller's daughter, Teresa.
The miller's daughter saved you from the footpads? Well, there's a tale to tell your children.
I owe her my life. She distracted them and then brought me to Rattay. But without Sir Robard, we'd both be dead.
Oh, that's what I call a good woman. Hang on to that one, lad.
Still, it's a great shame your parents are buried in unconsecrated ground. That means purgatory for them.
Be quiet, friar. I didn't invite you here to eat me out of house and home and deliver a sermon while you were doing it.
If you're so concerned, Father, maybe you should save the innocent souls of these fine Christians yourself. Go to Skalitz and consecrate their graves. I assure you, if you're killed by bandits, your soul will soar straight to heaven, as long as someone buries you in consecrated ground first.
If there's anything left to bury, that plump carcass of yours would be quite a feast for the wolves and the crows. And one skeleton looks much like another, so how would we know which were your ordained bones or those of Sigismund's Tartars?
Be that as it may, why have you come here?
I must get your sword back.
Sword? My sword hangs here at my side.
No, the sword my father forged for you. One of those thieves stole it from me.
They almost killed him and he already wants to go back.
Takes after his father, I suppose. Lad, I've lost a castle, a village, silver mines, and a good half of my subjects. Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
I understand. I'd feel the same way. But prudence is the better part of valor, and a dead man keeps no promises.
Aye. The woman had to save his fat from the fire, and now he wants revenge. What kind of fool are you, boy?
He's no fool. Henry, you have courage. But you need training, arms, a horse. Or do you mean to beat this thief at dice?
No, sir. Please, take me into your service and give me the chance to learn these things.
The gall of him. Fled from the enemy, disobeyed your orders, duped Sir Divish, lost your sword, put Sir Robard in danger with his actions, and now he wants a promotion.
Sir Capon's right.
What you say is certainly true, except for fleeing the enemy. You would have run as well, believe me. Henry's earned some punishment, but how do you punish someone who's already lost everything, Courage and blind obedience are good qualities for a soldier, but a wise man also appreciates loyalty, perseverance, and determination. Besides, that was a fine sword that his father made. If he thinks he can get it back, I won't turn it down.
My lord, he's a peasant. You can't make a squire of a peasant.
Why not? Someone made a priest of a pig.
He isn't a peasant, Father. He's a blacksmith, and recent events have left me in need of his skills. So, you'd like to enter my service?
Sir, Yes, I would. You won't regret it.
I probably will. I'm doing this for your father, lad. Don't disappoint me.
Oh, fortune has finally smiled on you today, lad. Make the most of it.
Now that I think about it, Sir Hanush, the boy needs training and experience, and you need spear carriers.
That's true. The bailiff is always complaining about your people making trouble in the camp. Maybe one of their own among the guard might help.
It might. In any event, it will prove valuable experience.
But let's be clear. You're the one paying him. Captain Bernard, see to his training, and then send him to the bailiff.
Yes, sir.
And don't spare him.
You can rely on it, sir.
Don't forget, Henry. Don't disappoint me.
I won't, my lord.
Now you can hear me. I just realized I had my mic set to the wrong setting. I have to change the mic whenever I play VR versus playing with this microphone. Like they're different. So I guess I just lost a bunch of recording of that. Oh well. I think that's the end of this episode though. I don't know how this is going to end up coming together now that I realize I didn't record my audio for a big chunk of it. But as a quick recap of what we've done, this is episode 4 still. This is going to be the end of episode 4. In this episode, we repaid our debt to the miller. We helped him recover a ring from it was supposed to be from a corpse, but it ended up being from the executioner. The executioner had the ring. We stole it from the executioner. I think we still have the ring, actually. I don't think we even gave it to anyone. I don't know if we can use it. I think it's probably in quest items or something. Yeah, we have the ring still, but he wants us to bring it to another guy. We're not going to do that right now. We'll do that later, but we at least got the ring back, and he knows that he can trust us, and now he'll buy stolen goods from us, and I think he considers the debt repaid at this point, which is good. We still owe a debt to the apothecary, though. We haven't talked to him yet. The quack, as the miller called him. There's like a medicine man that he gave medicine to help us stay alive. We need to go talk to that guy. We'll probably do that next episode. But our debts are partially repaid, and now we also talked to Sir Radzig. We caught up with him since the events that had occurred in episode 1 through 3, and we just were taken into his service. We're like his, I don't know, knight in training or something. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but that quest is now updated to be, we have to go to the training ground to talk to that grumpy drill sergeant looking guy. I think that's him. No, that's not him. But we gotta go talk to that guy, and he's gonna help us stop being a weak child and start being like a fighter, which I'm very excited for. That's him right there, Captain Bernard. We're going to go train with this guy next episode. But that'll be all for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you for watching, and have a good rest of your day or night, and goodbye.